Alright, let's take a look at Batch Render inside iJewel, a new functionality that all MatrixGold users can use right now. From the Rendering tab, we can start iJewel. This window will pop up. Now we need to select Yes to add the configurator, which we will edit then. Here, we can define how many materials we want for each section of the piece. For example, on the shank, we currently have 3 default metal options. These are the metal combinations that will appear in the batch render. Let's say I don't want rose gold. I can simply right-click and delete it. And maybe I'd like to add platinum polished instead. So I select it, and now it's added to the bottom list. Let's do the same for the top section. As you can see, we currently have rose gold, yellow gold, and white gold. If I don't want any options with white gold, I can just right-click and delete. Now let's move on to the stones. By default, we have white diamond, emerald, and ruby. Let's say I don't want diamond, I'd prefer sapphire. So I select sapphire from the list, and now it's added. We'll repeat the same process for the center stone. Right now, it shows white diamond, emerald, and ruby. Let's also add an amethyst. Just select it from the list and add it. Perfect. Now that we've defined our metal and stone combinations, let's focus on the view. The first thing I'll do is select a preset. Now the full scene has been applied. I'll switch the quality to Ultra, and I'll also enable this plugin option to slightly smooth the edges. Not too much, just enough. Of course, we can continue adjusting parameters here, but I'm happy with how it looks so far. So now, it's time to start batch render. Click Initialize. As you can see, it automatically sets up some default views. Alright, these are my views. Now I can decide which ones will be still renders, and which ones will be 360-degree animations. In this case, I'll keep the first, second, third, and last views as regular renders. But I want the perspective view to be an animation. So I simply activate it here, and it will generate a 360 animation from that angle. Now, let's say I don't like one of these views, and I want something more specific. All I need to do is rotate the model to the angle I prefer. Let's say I like this one. I click Add Current View, and now it's included in the list. If I wanted this view to be an animation instead of a still render, I would just activate it here. The final step is to choose the render quality. And here's something very important. If you want to render all material combinations, you need to uncheck this checkbox. If it stays checked, only the selected combinations will render. So make sure it's unchecked to generate every possible variation. Then click Export, choose your folder location, select the folder, and allow. Now the system begins rendering each frame for every material combination and every selected view. It's generating all the still images and the 360 animations as well. And one more helpful tip. If you'd like to save all the configuration settings you've created for this ring, simply download the configuration file. That way, you can reuse the exact same setup later for new products. And that's it. Hope this tutorial was helpful, and you can take the most out of this new feature.